Who is Kash Patel? Kash Patel has been confirmed by the U.S. Senate to lead the Federal Bureau of Investigation and has been appointed as acting director of the ATF. The confirmation occurred through a party line vote of 51 to 49, with just 2 Republicans joining all Democrats in opposition. Patel brings experience as a former Defense Department Chief of Staff and federal prosecutor. He's recognized as a strong supporter of President Donald Trump and shares Trump's critical perspective on aspects of the federal law enforcement agency he now leads. Those who opposed Patel's confirmation have expressed 2 main concerns: questions about his qualifications to head the agency and worries that he might use his position to pursue action against critics of Trump. This appointment represents a significant change in FBI leadership that could influence the agency's priorities and operations moving forward. This leadership change at the ATF carries potential implications for the firearms community. The shift could bring modifications to how the ATF implements regulations related to background checks, suppressors, and stabilizing braces. While the ATF maintains its core mission of collaborating with local law enforcement to combat illegal firearms and explosives trafficking, Patel's simultaneous leadership of the FBI raises questions. Gun owners and industry observers are considering how these agencies might allocate resources and coordinate on shared jurisdictions, particularly regarding firearms cases. The overlap between these 2 federal agencies has generated considerable speculation about potential policy and enforcement changes that could affect gun ownership, regulation, and compliance requirements going forward. From an administrative perspective, this dual leadership role presents notable challenges. Some analysts suggest restructuring could involve transferring the ATF's firearms and explosives responsibilities to the FBI, which manages major criminal investigations, while reassigning alcohol and tobacco regulation to the Drug Enforcement Administration. Given its experience with controlled substance oversight, the complication lies in organizational design. The FBI functions as an investigative body rather than a regulatory or revenue-collecting entity. This fundamental difference creates a misalignment between the FBI's core capabilities and the regulatory licensing and taxation functions currently performed by the ATF. Proposals to eliminate the ATF face practical obstacles. Without congressional repeal of foundational legislation like the Gun Control Act or Explosives Control Act, dissolving the agency could create administrative complications rather than efficiencies. For example, critical functions such as approving import permits for firearms and explosives would require reassignment to another entity. This presents logistical difficulties, particularly considering the complex regulatory environment where multiple agencies, including the State Department, already share jurisdiction over firearms import-export controls. This has been the first of many upcoming huge news that may directly influence gun owners across the country. Here at blackbasin.com, we will keep monitoring how the situation unfolds, so please subscribe and hit that like button for more firearms industry reports.